This is your first time in Minneapolis, Minnesota real estate market channel. You want to know everything about living in Minneapolis? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Minneapolis. This is Trent Seaman with eXp Realty. I get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all of my contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to make a smooth move to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, we're going to take a closer look at St. Louis. Today, we are continuing our video series on St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Pro number one, location. It's a great spot if you want to be in the middle of everything. You're 10 minutes from Minneapolis. You're 15 to 20 minutes from St. Paul. If you fly a lot, you're 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. So you're close to a bunch of things. You can access Minneapolis very easily. If you got going to a game downtown, whether it be the Timberwolves, Twins, or Vikings, you're about a 10-minute drive from your seat to your house. It's about 10 minutes. If you want to watch Big Ten football, you're probably 12 to 15 minutes from University of Minnesota. Soccer's your thing. The Loons play in St. Paul, in between St. Paul and Minneapolis. So you're about 15 minutes from the Loon Stadium. And then if you're a hockey fan, the Wild play in St. Paul. So you're about 15 to 20 minutes from there. So it's close to everything. If you're in the outdoors, we've got lakes, everything around us here to take advantage of. Pro number two, the schools. Niche.com gives the schools an A minus overall score. St. Louis Park is, for the most part, its own school district. Other towns in Minnesota, the school districts cover over different towns. So you may live in one town and go to school in a different town. That's not the case here in St. Louis Park, except for a little tiny part on the northwest corner that's on the other side of 169. And if you've seen my map video, we talk about that. But that little corner, they go to Hopkins, Minnesota. But for the most part, 95% of the people who live in St. Louis Park go to the St. Louis Park schools. We have three elementary schools: Peter Hobart, Susan Lingren, and Aquila. We have a Spanish immersion school that goes K through, I think, sixth grade. We have a middle school, and then we have a high school, or the schools in the town. Pro number three, shopping. We are 5 to 10 minutes from two huge malls, the Ridgedale Mall and the Southdale Shopping Mall. We're about 15 minutes from Mall of America. And then we have lots of individual shops here in St. Louis Park as well. So you can get all your grocery shopping done. You want to get apparel done. All that stuff is all within St. Louis Park. And then if you want to go out to the big malls, those are also close as well. Pro number three, Fortune 500 companies. St. Louis Park is probably 10 minutes from 8 to 10 Fortune 500 companies. Cargill, Carlson Companies, Best Buy, Health Partner, Super Value, Target, Citibank, just to name a few, are all within 10 minutes. And General Mills, which is just across the border from St. Louis Park. So you've got a bunch of great Fortune 500 companies that if you want to live in St. Louis Park, you're very close to. St. Louis Park is a great restaurant town. We have a bunch of restaurants, chef driven within the city. Then you're also close to going downtown to Minneapolis as well. Edina has great restaurants, so you're really close. If you're a foodie like myself, you're close to a bunch of restaurants. Uh, Diversity is the next pro. We have a huge Jewish population. We have we have a Russian population too as well. We have an African American population. So you're going to see diversity in this town, really unlike the other suburbs. So that's a positive, another positive for St. Louis Park. And the final pro for St. Louis Park, and niche.com gives it an A minus rating for it's good for families. So great schools, proximity to stuff, uh, the living by with the diversity that you have, so you learn to live, go to school, and work with people from different races. All positives for St. Louis Park. The cons for St. Louis Park. Number one's probably housing. Um, we are a town of 50,000 people. We've been that way for the 23 years. Anywhere between 48 to 50,000. We do not fluctuate much in population because there's no room for growth. We are a developed city. There is no new construction going on for houses. What is happening is there's been a tremendous amount of growth in condos. They're building condo buildings around here left and right. They're very upscale. They have weight rooms. They've got pools. They have bars on the top floors, so you can get rid of your lifetime membership because you can work out right in your complex that you live in. So those have been real hot right now, especially for the young professionals uh, that live in the area as well. Housing prices are increasing. We're at about 3.8% growth per year. The average housing price for a home in St. Louis Park is about $485,000. So prices are gaining, and that's because of lack of inventory. There is no new construction going on, as I said earlier. So people are coming in and buying houses here and knocking them down and building, you know, because most of the houses in St. Louis Park are 1.5 stories, and a lot of them were built in the 1940s. So the three bedroom, two bath house is common in St. Louis Park. People are coming in, knocking those down and building, 4 and 5 bedroom and four bath houses in St. Louis Park. So you see a lot of that in St. Louis Park. The other con for St. Louis Park is, as I said, stagnant growth. We have been 48 to 50,000 people since I've lived here for 23 years. Our high school has been about 350 kids per class since I've been here. So we're not getting any bigger. Um, and we were staying right at that size of about 48 to 50,000 dollars. The other con for St. Louis Park is our because of the size of our school, our high school sports aren't very good. We're average at best. All the surrounding neighborhoods around us have had growth and are big, and all the schools are much larger than we are. So that kind of hurts us. If you're big into high school sports, you'll get an opportunity to play, but our teams aren't going to be are going to be average at best. Uh, Crime is another con. Niche.com gives us a B minus for crime. We are right next to Minneapolis, so that contributes to some of the factors. But crime is not, they are trying to improve, but crime is an issue with that B minus grade for St. Louis Park. That basically sums up our pros and cons for St. Louis Park. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're looking to move to St. Louis Park, Minnesota, we'd love to help you make a smooth move to Minneapolis. This is Trent Seaman from Seaman Real Estate Solutions, your anchor on your voyage home. We'll talk to you later.